All right, I got this 5x5 bull elk in. It had already been skinned out. The eyes and most of the meat was cut off. All I did was soak it in a tub of water. Now we're ready to boil. I've got him in the pot with dish soap and water. We're gonna boil him for anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes. It just depends. You have to kind of tell by trial and error when he's done. So when he's done, we're gonna take him out and then we'll pressure wash him. He's done. We only boiled him for probably 15 minutes since he had been soaking in a bucket of water for about a week. It cut the boiling process way down. So he's done boiling. Meat is falling off there, and it's time to pressure wash. All right, took him out of the pot. We're getting ready to start pressure washing. So he's going pretty good so far. This is the third step really, but we got to skip the first one because he had already been skinned. So we're on step number 3, which is pressure wash. Okay, we've got these earbuds right here that have to come out in order to get into the brain cavity to clean it out. Take a little screwdriver point like that and pop them out. You can drill them out if you have a drill. That's basically it. And that just cleans it up a lot nicer. And then all the tissue that's around here, that's usually really tough to get off with pressure washer, is a lot easier to get to. So now we're gonna clean out the brain cavity and then wrap the antlers. There's not really anything in here to get out. Yeah, there's nothing in there. So that's cleaned out. Now before we put him in the whitening mix, we have to wrap the antlers, otherwise we'll bleach them. And it takes a lot of recoloring to get them back to their natural look. So we're gonna go around a lot of that by wrapping the antlers. This is just plastic wrap from Walmart, packing wrap, whatever you wanna call it. It's hard to do this too much. We'll take electrical tape and cinch that down and push the tape up against the underside of the burr of the antler. All right, this whitening mix, all it is 10 gallons of water and 2 gallons of whatever this is. It's 32% peroxide. I don't know what else is in it, but it's pretty strong. You gotta be careful handling it. You can use Aqua Silk pool oxidizer. You can use Salon Care peroxide from the salon. Just something stronger than like the 3% you get at Walmart or the drugstore. All right, this thing's hit a boil. It's been in there for a little while. We're gonna shut it off and pressure wash it the last time. All right, it has been a day and a half, 2 days since I boiled and pressure washed this skull. He's dry now. What we gotta do now is kind of the detail work. So he was a little bit of a deadhead where he had been dead for 3 weeks, 4 weeks before I got him, something like that. And then I soaked him in a tub of water for about a week. With that, the nose bones come loose. The teeth are kind of loose. So we got to glue these nose bones back on. It's not a big deal at all. And then we're going to tighten the teeth up. And then the next thing we're going to do is take stain and recolor the burr of the antler where it got bleached by the whitening solution. And then we're going to mop and glow it, clean the antlers, and that's pretty much going to wrap up this 5x5 bull. All right, we're going to be using Gorilla Glue. It doesn't necessarily matter what kind you use, as long as it holds it and dries relatively quickly. So, I'll test fit these nose bones, nasal bones, whatever you want to call them. Fits in there perfect. Yep, looks good. Pull it out. Put glue on there. You can clean off any of the excess later. Just make sure you have enough on there. And then slide it in. There it is. Let him dry. Be good to go. We're gonna do the other one now. And then move on to recoloring the burr of his antlers. If you have a rubber band, you can take that and put it around there, hold it even tighter while it dries. To recolor the burr of the antler where it got bleached by the whitening mix, I take a wood stain. Provincial works about the best that I've found. I have another one, a staining pen. I believe is dark walnut. There it is. It's dark walnut, provincial. Provincial works a little better. I'm going to go ahead with dark walnut on this one. So when you do these things, like right here where it's really bleached. You just have to eyeball it. Eyeball it to get the color back, and then we'll take sandpaper or acetone when it's dry, and we'll get the shine off. And when you're done, you can't even tell. All right, the last step to this skull is to mop and glow the actual bone part. Let that dry, and he's pretty much all but done. So what we've done so far is boiled it, pressure washed it, whitened it, pressure washed it, touched up the antlers, cleaned them, made them look as natural as we can. And then we're going to mop and glow with a paintbrush the bone, let him dry, and he's done. Mop and glow from Walmart. It's like $10 or $12 for this, and this will do a bunch of skulls. Soft bristle brush, 2-inch, works pretty good for a skull this size. Basically paint it on. All this does is kind of seals the bone, seals it, gives it a little bit of a shine, especially if you put 2 coats on, and then makes it smell good too. We just finished up this 5x5 bull elk. He turned out pretty good. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the process of how I did this as much as I enjoyed making it. So we're on to the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.